So Godzilla's on a bit of a hot streak at the moment, so I guess it's about the right time to talk about one of my favourite outings of his, Godzilla Against Mechagodzilla from 2002. Now this one can be overlooked as a pretty standard Godzilla feature. The effects are pretty good, there's a couple of fun fights, and the human characters are decent enough to fill the rest of the runtime. But what makes this one stand out? The highlight is definitely Mechagodzilla, or as they're known in this one, Kiryu. Literally meaning machine dragon, which is a metal as fuck name by the way. Not only has this version of Mechagodzilla got tons of awesome weapons, I also like his design the most out of the other variations. He has the menace of the original Mechagodzilla design, with threatening facial features, but also a similar story to the Heisei era one, being a human-piloted mecha designed to protect humanity. It also has like the only feature I like from the Godzilla vs Kong Mechagodzilla, the rocket-powered movement system to add extra strength and speed to the attacks. While Kiryu pulls off some questionable manoeuvres in this, it makes slightly more sense because of the rocket boosters. There's two big things that make this Mechagodzilla stand above the rest for me though. I love the in-universe design of Kiryu. The filmmakers make a big deal about how Japan's greatest scientific minds are working on its construction, so it has some awesome features. I love the giant chunky shoulder cannons, the fact that it's piloted wirelessly from a close-range aircraft, and the fact it has a super OP stomach attack that instantly freezes things to minus 200 degrees. And the other is the insanity that ensues when Godzilla roars so hard it gives the Godzilla 1954 bones Kiryu is built on a PTSD episode, causing it to go on a rampage. Of course, the military being unaware this could even happen, can only watch and wait for Kiryu to run out of power, and the awesome sequence caps off at sunset with this shot, which has to be one of my absolute favourites of a series. And that's why you only build supersized cyborgs using the souls of teenagers' dead mothers, scientists. That way nothing ever goes wrong. Godzilla himself is pretty standard in this one. It's the Millennium era version, so he's basically just an evil natural disaster, but he still looks great, and the atomic breath is awesome as usual. It's also nice seeing him early in the film, which gets the ball rolling nicely. The human plot is nothing outstanding, but I at least respect how it keeps things as simple as possible. The woman wants revenge, this scientist guy wants to fuck, and his kid's just kinda there missing her dead mom. See? She'd be a perfect candidate to pilot the mecha. The fact the human plot is so simple means you kind of blandly stare through each scene, but then suddenly Godzilla's back. And of course I would like to be invested in these characters, but at least it's not overcomplicated bullshit that makes me bored out of my mind. There's a few goofy moments in this one, like the new footage shot to fit in with the classic 1954 recap, the suit's looking a bit strange here, and the bit where Kiryu lifts up Godzilla by the tail, spins him around a bit and launches him across the city. This is a homage to King Kong vs Godzilla, which is the favourite of the director, but ultimately, it doesn't work in this film. But this one's just a fun and breezy thrill ride. And like I stated before, that moment where the 54 Godzilla wakes up is unmatched. The Millennium series definitely isn't my favourite, but this one hits just right. I think anyone else going through a big G love period at the moment should definitely give this one a bit of well-deserved attention.